So I was scrolling through Twitter. Yes, I was that bored. I come across a nickmerc's tweet, and to be honest, I don't really watch nickmerc. I don't really like his content, and I don't really like the guy. And his thumbnails have so much saturation, it looks like I got fucking flashbanged. But with that out of the way, what was the tweet about? So nickmerc decided to tweet, or he decided to respond to a tweet regarding the protests that were happening in Glendale on whether or not they should recognize Pride Month in elementary schools. And nickmerc decided to respond with, not even 2 sentences, literally 1 sentence and a sentence fragment. And he said they should leave those little kids alone. That's the real issue. And I bet you that nickmerc literally made that tweet while he was like taking a shit on his toilet seat or something, dude. Because that tweet, the fact that it got that big, the fact that it had that much of an impact for being that like offhanded of a remark, like nickmerc literally made a tweet that any 50-year-old man with a truck on his profile picture would make. And the thing about the tweet, in my opinion, is that it wasn't that bad of a take. Not really, not even a take to begin with, because he didn't articulate anything. He said like I said before, not even 2 full sentences, and people just fucking took that and ran with it. People painted him as a homophobe for saying that they should leave little kids alone. That's the real issue. Which, yeah, like, I get where you're coming from, kind of, but then again, this is obviously not what he meant. He obviously didn't mean it like that. Like, it makes no sense. And the reason why people are trying to, like, have this narrative pushed that they should be allowed to recognize Pride Month in schools is because look at Florida now. Florida literally released a bill that is nicknamed the Don't Say Gay bill. And that literally sounds like one of my old elementary school rules, and that I would like get my color changed to yellow if I said the word gay. Like it sounds so stupid, but it's an actual rule where you're not allowed to like express, I don't know the specifics of it. You're not allowed to speak about homosexuality in schools, like lower than high school or something like that. Hey guys, editing hoods here. So apparently the Don't Say Gay bill just prohibits like the discussion of like gender identity and sexuality in classrooms from kindergarten all the way to grade 3. So it doesn't outright ban like the discussion of LGBTQ or Pride Month or all that. It just kind of like censors it for younger kids. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Obviously, this whole thing is very controversial, and if this was just how the story ended, then I would not be making this video and this would not be as big of a deal as it is. Shortly after nickmerc tweeted that, Activision, yes, that company Activision, decided to rear its ugly head and try and save face and said, we have decided to remove the nickmerc skin from the marketplace, and we stand with like our homosexual like employees or LGBTQ rights. Just trying to save face because it's Pride Month and shit, and they don't want to seem like a bad guy. So they're like, hey guys, we do not support nickmerc's recent tweets and his involvement with his homophobic views. So we decided that he is no longer allowed of the Activision team. However, we still will continue fondling our female employees and making shitty games and greedy ass fucking games year by year. Thanks, Activision. You're really a company for the people, aren't you guys? Despite this being like very fucking ironic that Activision pretends that they care about the community, I genuinely like had an aneurysm when I read that tweet, because I cannot tell you how stupid of a PR team that this multi-billion-dollar company has. I don't understand why people just don't know who their target audience is. Like with the same thing with the Bud Light. Why, like, Activision, you make Call of Duty. That's what you make. That is your most important game. And you are trying to distance yourself from somebody who said something homophobic. You make Call of Duty. You make Call of Duty! I don't understand who they were trying to impress here, because it was definitely not the people who buy COD. The people who buy COD just want a good fucking game. And it's definitely not gonna be like the vast media, because Activision employees still have L-Riz when it comes to their female coworkers. If I was the CEO of Activision and that tweet went by when I was working, I would have called down that Twitter admin or just the dumb fucks in the PR team that decided that would be a good idea, and I would give him the Mr. Burns special. Cause you have to be genuinely just so dumb. So dumb, so unbelievably dumb to make that tweet. I'm sorry. It's like, maybe it was the right thing to do, but it's just not a good business decision. And we all know that you guys care only specifically about business decisions. You're not gonna help yourself, and you're just gonna fuck yourself in the ass. This tweet was literally made like weeks ago, and it still fucking pisses me off. Because when I see this, I just don't understand the thought process behind it. And yes, there are definitely some people calling for nickmerc's skin to be removed for what he said. However, you know, those people who were calling for his skin to be removed are not the people who fucking play COD, alright? Those aren't your player base. Those aren't the people you should try and cater to, because they're not gonna support you, and they haven't been supporting you. So why are you gonna make them happy and risk losing the people who actually pay for your fucking game? And if you guys think that this is a stretch and that I'm overreacting, it literally fucking happened. Because Tim the Tatman and Dr. Disrespect both asked Activision to remove their skin from the marketplace, and Activision of course had to say yes, because then, you know, they would get fucking sued. But this is like what I was talking about. And also now people are trying to boycott Warzone until they reinstate nickmerc's skin, which I don't know how that's gonna go, but it just seems stupid. Like, play the game. Activision is not gonna really budge. Actually, yeah, they probably will budge when they notice that they lose a cent, and then the female employees start leaving. So who are they gonna sexually assault now? And we're not fully with the COD community with this one, because this is basically just dick riding for them. Like, they're actually gonna drop the game that they like to play, surprisingly, because of nickmerc's skin getting taken off of the marketplace. Like, they're doing tricks on it at this point. And, you know, they're trying to make this seem like it's a goddamn, like, war, them against the left. It's the original COD players versus the company that is trying to take away their game and make it family friendly and make it LGBTQ plus friendly, and no, and it's going against everything that the original COD stood for. These guys would never survive in a Modern Warfare 2 lobby. The game was released in 2009. We both damn well know that you didn't fucking play it. I didn't fucking play it. I was 4 years old when it came out, and I'm about to be a fucking adult. Like, the average age for all the Modern Warfare 2 players now are probably like 30. And taking a gander at nickmerc's thumbnails, I don't think anyone above the age of 13 is watching that. But if you guys made it this far in the video, you guys obviously want to know my take, and if you don't, then you can still fucking hear it, because you're watching my video and it's my rules. When it comes to high school, 100% yes. The reason why is because school in general is just supposed to teach people how to become adults. You're gonna see LGBTQ people everywhere, unless you don't live in the US or Canada or any westernized country. Maybe if you live in fucking Angola, you're not gonna see anyone gay because they're probably all dead or something. Middle school, yes. Because middle school is when kids start going through puberty. So this is probably when kids actually start discovering their own sexuality. And they probably need, I'm not going to say guidance because that kind of seems a little fucking EDP 445-ish. But they kind of need to know, like, what's going on, because you don't want them to be confused and you don't want them to feel different. So you should teach them about LGBTQ topics and Pride Month and all of that. You know, just like sexual education or something. It's not anything big of a deal. And when it comes to elementary schools, in my personal opinion, they should not teach it. And the reason why is not because I think that LGBTQ people are a danger to, like, little kids or something. It's just that I don't think little kids in general should be learning about sexual education. And LGBTQ education and sexual education are literally the same thing in my opinion, because you really can't have one without the other. Sex and sexuality literally go they go hand in hand. You can't differentiate the two. How are you going to explain a complex sexual relationship between a man, a woman, and another man, or a man and some person that feels like a man or feels like a woman or doesn't feel like a man or a woman? Because kids can't understand that. Like, you can't genuinely go up to a kid and try and explain like a non-binary polyamorous relationship. I dare you. Like, I actually dare you. You're probably gonna end up on some list of some sorts, but still, like, it's just not gonna happen. Even though I'm straight, I don't want to see my kid learning about people fucking if he's like 10 years old. Like, that's just weird. I don't care if he's learning how to fucking hit it raw or hit it from the back or something like that. Like, it's just not supposed to be taught to a kid of that age. That's just how it is, plain and simple. You shouldn't try and force that onto them because obviously they're not gonna like what good comes out of that? What do you benefit? They're not gonna not be homophobic because they learned about niggas sucking dick. Like, that's just gonna make them be confused. It has no benefit to either or party, and I just find it stupid, and I find the whole fucking debate stupid. But this whole thing I just think is just fucking stupid, plain and simple. But thank God I'm over talking about it, and I've been hoodez. If you liked the video, leave a dislike. If you disliked it, leave a like. And remember, don't say gay.